There's an old saying in Tennessee, I know it's in Texas, probably in Tennessee, that says, fool me once, shame on you. They fooled me, we can't get fooled again.
Everybody comes in your grandmother year. Everybody comes in your grandmother year.
We've ended the war on American energy. We were in war. And we've ended the war on beautiful, clean coal, one of our great natural resources.
Honestly, Sam, if I could just get the sentence out. You could talk about Jimmy Dore's going to kill 15 kids tomorrow, and I still believe in force the vote. Honestly, Sam.
You used the word smart. So you said you went to Delaware State, but you forgot the name of your college. You didn't go to Delaware State. You graduated either the lowest or almost the lowest in your class. Don't ever use the word smart with me. Don't ever use that word.
Oh, give me a break.
Because you know what? There's nothing smart about you, Joe.
And this is just the beginning of America First.
Ladies and gentlemen, leaders and fighters for freedom and liberty and the American dream, the best is yet to come.
Dumb people, liberal people, dumb people, liberal people, dumb people, liberal people, dumb people, liberal people, dumb people, liberal people.
You will file articles of impeachment against President Joe Biden.
And then they have cans of soup. And they throw the cans of soup. That's better than a brick because you can't throw a brick, it's too heavy. But a can of soup, you can really put some power into that, right? And then when they get caught, they say, no, this is soup from my family. They're so innocent. This is soup from my family. It's incredible. And you have people coming over with bags of soup, big bags of soup, and they lay it on the ground, and the anarchists take it and they start throwing it at our cops, at our police. And if it hits you, that's worse than a brick because it's got force. It's the perfect size. It's like made perfect. And when they get caught, they say, no, this is just soup from my family. And then the media says, this is just soup. These people are very, very innocent. They're innocent people.
I don't know who created Pokemon Go, but I try to figure out how we get them to have Pokemon go to the polls.
And where it should have stopped is at the deal stand when they thought about it.
He was not a loser. He was a patriot, and the people left behind there were heroes. And I resent.
Are you talking about Hunter? Are you talking about
I'm talking about my son, Bo Biden. You're talking about me.
I don't know, Bo. I know Hunter.
Yeah,
Hunter got thrown out of the military. He was thrown out, dishonorably discharged.
That's not true. It wasn't
cocaine use, and he didn't have a job until you became vice president. He was.
They felt pretty comfortable after day two. Pretty comfortable after day two. Felt pretty comfortable. Felt pretty. They felt pretty comfortable. Felt pretty comfortable. They felt pretty comfortable after day two.
They had a very bad original concept. It was carried out poorly, and the cover-up was one of the worst in the history of cover-ups. Very simple. Bad deal, should have never been thought of. Somebody really messed up, and they had the worst cover-up ever. And where it should have stopped is at the deal standpoint when they thought about it. Because whoever thought of that idea, I think is in big trouble. And then they have cans of soup. And they throw the cans of soup. That's better than a brick because you can't throw a brick, it's too heavy. But a can of soup, you can really put some power into that, right? And then when they get caught, they say, no, this is soup from my family. They're so innocent. This is soup from my family. It's incredible. And you have people coming over with bags of soup, big bags of soup, and they lay it on the ground, and the anarchists take it and they start throwing it at our cops, at our police. And if it hits you, that's worse than a brick because it's got force. It's a perfect size. It's like made perfect. And when they get caught, they say, no, this is just soup from my family. And then the media says, this is just soup. These people are very, very innocent. They're innocent people.
We hold these truths to be self-evident. All men and women created by go. You know the thing.
The world is actually a small piece of the universe, right?
I don't know who created Pokemon Go.
Oh yeah, you're a lion, dog face, pony soldier.
Hello users and welcome to another episodic installation of Above It All. That is the best show in the world, folks. This is the best goddamn motherfucking show in the motherfucking world. Hopefully everyone's having a good time. I'm having a fantastic time. I'm feeling pretty great. Feeling wonderful. I'm just happy to be alive. And I hope the rest of you are happy to be alive as well. Hopefully everyone's having a great motherfucking day. I really do appreciate y'all for being here on this precious day. This is May 18th, 2021. Yo, there's a smudge in my glasses. This is the world that we live in. I know. Can you believe it? I see the whole world like this. Imagine looking around and you think, what is that weird smear on the wall? Just kidding. It's not on the wall. It's on your fucking glasses. You can't fucking see, bitch. Like, that's the world that I live in. I live in this world every single day. So I'm just trying my best here. To survive in the world as it is at this current moment. I just snorted a huge rail of weed ash, and I'm red-eyed as fuck now. Goddamn. Played Circle of Kina Doom 1. I need to play some more Doom. I feel like I'm starting to, feel like I haven't, touched a video game in, 27 days. So that's crazy. Snow levels in Doom, sign me the fuck up. I'm in. We demand computer games. I think Bodan's gonna send me a fucking threatening email in 3 days from now. This motherfucker's been counting down for the last goddamn week. I'm gonna fucking send you something, he keeps saying. What is that? Is that fucking anthrax? Am I about to get fucking mail bombed? What's going on? Hey, Cloud, how's it going? This motherfucker. Let me scroll up. Bodan's got a chat message for me. Hey, Andrea, I will send you something 3 days from now. What on God's green motherfucking shit fucking cocksucking earth? Am I about to get some fucking, I don't know, am I gonna look out the window and the motherfucker from Scream is gonna be standing there? What the fuck's happening? That's a legal threat. That's a threat right there. That's what that is. That is, if I were a person that calls the police would have been called, 4 days ago when you started these threats. But, instead, I'm going to hit up the homies and we'll see how this goes, Bodan. But I'm just throwing you out, giving you some advance warning. You don't want to fuck with the homies, I'm just saying. I'm just throwing that out there. My birthday is coming up very soon. I forgot about that. I'm just so focused on the present. Bodan has been counting down the days. Oh, fuck. What the hell? Motherfucker's coming for me. Damn. So let me get my bullshit. We're going to be talking about some bullshit today, folks. Good bullshit. I just want to be very good bullshit. It's not bad bullshit. It's bullshit nonetheless. Alright, so we got some motherfucking bullshit. GTA 6 is trending. Joe Rogan shares his thoughts on cancel culture during an interview. Lord have fucking mercy. Alright, I'll do this. I can get some free views out of this. It's free entertainment right here. This is free. Alright, so apparently Joe Rogan is being cringe. I've got this clip here. It exists. I'd rather play GTA 3 twice. I would also rather play GTA 3 twice. That sounds fucking tremendous. Hello, is this thing on? Did it work? I'm so sorry. OBS just crashed. It's all good. We're good. Everything's fine. False alarm, folks. OBS just decided, OBS was having not a great day. Let me just tell you, for OBS. OBS was trying its best, and then it failed. So, Joe Rogan has been being quite cringe, according to reports. I've got this video graphic clip here from an account on Twitter called Right Wing Cope. Is Joe Rogan a right-winger? Well, let's find out.
You can never be woke enough. That's the problem. It keeps going. It keeps going further and further and further down the line. And if you get to the point where you capitulate, where you agree to all these demands, it'll eventually get to straight white men are not allowed to talk.
Right.
Because it's your privilege to express yourself when other people of color have been silenced throughout history. It will be, you're not allowed to go outside, because so many people were imprisoned for so many years. I mean, I'm not joking.
No.
Okay. I wasn't sure. I thought Joe Rogan was doing a comedy bit. I thought he was standing up or sitting down and doing a whole, boop boop ba doo, right? But no, he's not joking.
Color have been silenced throughout history. It will be, you're not allowed to go outside, because so many people were imprisoned for so many years. I mean, I'm not joking.
No, I know.
It really will get there. It's that.
This other guy's laughing. Whoever this guy is, I don't know who it is, but I'm gonna live vicariously through them. Okay.
It really will get there.
Okay, hold on.
For so many years. I mean, I'm not joking.
No, I know.
Okay, so the other guy is oh, you're not joking? I know you're not joking, buddy. Now, the idea that you would be saying something so outlandish is hilarious to me, right? But you're not joking. No, Joe, I understand. You're definitely not joking. You're very serious. You're a very serious young man. Get him, Joe. Get him.
We'll get there. It's that crazy. You know, we just got to be nice to each other, man. And there's a lot of people that are taking advantage of this weirdness in our culture, and then that becomes their thing. Their thing is calling people out for their privilege, calling people out for their position. Wow. It's fucking crazy times.
Yeah, most definitely. But I do feel like
you can never be woke enough.
Yo. I'm sorry.
Yeah, most definitely. But
and then it cuts off. I'm sorry. Lord have motherfucking mercy. What is that shit? White people are not going to be allowed outside because the wokes are coming? What?
Outside because so many people were imprisoned for so many years. I mean, I'm not joking.
No, I know.
Maxie. Lord have motherfucking mercy. I'm this is bizarre to me. I forgot that Joe Rogan existed. I'm totally not gonna lie to you. But that's really fucking funny. The fucking wokes are gonna make it so white people cannot leave the goddamn house. All right, okay. I mean, honestly though, like, I'd be okay with that. Like, staying in my house. I mean, I enjoyed pandemic lockdowns as much as the next person, right? So just keep me inside. I'm okay with that. Actually, I'm fine with that. To be, you know, if I'm self-contained, if I'm just locked away, you know, and the wokes are free and they're running through the streets, that's fine. They can run through the streets. I've ran through the streets for 27 days in protests, right? I had enough. I'm good. I can chill at my home for a while. I guarantee it. But anyway, I thought that this was really fucking funny. And so, you know, there you go. There you go. Joe Rogan's at it again, folks. Who the fuck listens to Joe Rogan on Spotify? I have never used Spotify. The only thing I use Spotify for is Above It All, your favorite podcast in the whole goddamn world. That's what I've used Spotify for. Goddamn. I'm looking at Google News right now. How Kamala Harris became a victim of the barriers she broke. Lord have mercy. I can't even go into that. I have a smudge in my glasses? Fuck. I do. All right. I guess we'll go into the main segment then. Yo, I've got like something in my throat, like, now it's gone. Just like a buildup of like saliva and mucus, just like, you know, coating my esophageal glands. You know, like, I just don't want to be in that situation. That's not, I don't want to be there. I just am uncomfortable in that kind of environment. Just not interested in that. There's a funny thing in wrestling this week, a British guy being a bad guy by talking about how bad America's healthcare and immigration system is. Damn, what a bad guy. Keep us updated on all your mucus. I will try my best. Coffee or tea? Help! No, I'm sorry. I don't drink tea. I don't believe in tea. So hopefully that answers your question. I believe in coffee. I would go as far as to say that I've never really had tea in my life. I've consumed it before, but that's about it. I've never really enjoyed it. Now I've had, like, you know, iced tea, I've had sweet tea, I've had tea, I've had like green tea, I've had like all kinds. It's just not my thing. I'm not a huge fan of teas. I prefer coffee. I mean, I'm just a covfefe kind of person. That's just the kind of world that I inhabit. That's the world that I live in. And so, like, if you live in an adjacent reality to me, that's fine. But, like, you know, you're somewhere else, I'm over here, and that's cool and that's acceptable. But if you live in a similar world to me, like, you know, just let me know. Like, let me know that there's some fellow humans out there, some other travelers going through the, you know, the world at this current moment in time who don't also like tea. I just, not a huge fan. Just not my thing. Anyway, let's talk about protests. So yesterday was the 27th, I know, isn't that crazy? The 27th straight day of protests in the city of Elizabeth City, North Carolina, over the police assassination of Andrew Brown Jr. And so we've been protesting for 27 days straight. That's, you know, it's crazy to think about. Every time I get to a new number by this point, every time, I'm like, what? It's been 20 days? What? It's been 21 days? What? It's been 22 days? Yes, it's been 27 days. And today is going to be 28 days, but we'll get into that tomorrow. It's crazy. So we start off with public safety, and we go downtown. We do a very similar route to what we've been doing over the last couple of days. And so we go from downtown to Ehring House, which again if you don't know, Ehringhaus is the main road of commerce. This is where all the fast food, fast food restaurants, like, the poison factories that people, just get their sustenance at, and then their body breaks down and it makes them useless. And it makes them just a fine, beautiful consumer for the capitalistic world that we live in. But anyway, so you got McDonald's, you got Taco motherfucking Bell, you got Burger Ass motherfucking King, you got all that other bullshit on there too. You got Sonic. Who cares, honestly? But, so we're on Ehringhaus. We're there. I want to remind everyone that I've been taking up the entire streets over the last week. And so, anyone who's been worried about the street bullshit, that's been handled. As you can see, there's Taco Bell on the left there. And there's people that are in their cars at that moment trying to, eat a crunch wrap and, just watching the protest happen. So imagine that scenario. That sounds pretty entertaining to me. So we're still on Ehringhaus. Actually, I've got to say, to be honest with you, yesterday was some pretty good energy. One of my favorite parts was when we made it to the next intersection. Well, I guess not the next. We made it to the major intersection that we normally turn around at. And we just kind of stood there and occupied it for 10, 15 minutes. And that was pretty entertaining. So here we are. So we're at the intersection and we just kind of chill here for a while. People pass out food and water. Now, normally the cops have threatened to arrest us if we slow down. And as you can see, there's cops all over the fucking place. So normally they would arrest us if we slow down or stop, but that didn't happen. So we're kind of I guess, testing the waters a little bit, seeing, hey, do they want to escalate again? Who knows? So we kind of chill there for about 15 minutes or so. And then we march back downtown and we end up at public safety. And then that's the end of the protest. The 27th day of protest. My toenail is coming off. Hold up. Toenail has been retrieved. Boom. So yeah, that was the 27th straight day of protests. Pretty good. Energy levels were pretty high. I feel like the numbers are pretty good considering yesterday was Monday. So it was the day following another one of the bigger events, and we had more people come out on Monday than we did Saturday. And so that's the kind of thing. I always try to look for what the trend is when it comes to the amount of people that show up for the protest, right? If it's, if there's a big day, that's kind of just a bump in the numbers and then it readjusts, right? So if we have let's say 25 people show up on Saturday, we have 100 people show up on Sunday, and then we've got 35 people show up on Monday, I think that's a win. I think that when you look at the fact that Monday is a work day, when you look at the fact that a lot of people who work or whatever can't show up on weekdays, when you look at the fact that again, it's a very similar route to what we've been doing, really it's just a matter of making the voice heard, and it's just occupying time for any amount of time, making people hear the message, forcing the message down their throats. And it's not like it's an unimportant message. It's an extremely important message that says that if you're a cop, you don't have an unregulated license to murder anybody that you so choose. If you think that cops should be allowed to murder people indiscriminately, chances are you're a cop or a dumb fuck. And I'm not interested in your opinion either way. So again, I'm just throwing this out there. 27 straight days of protesting. Numbers are looking pretty good. And I am very, very satisfied with the direction of these protests right now. And now, when I say that, I am mostly saying that I am very satisfied with what I believe the protests are growing into, the direction of these protests. From start to this point to where I believe the protest movements are going. I'm very satisfied. Again, I said this the other day or yesterday. When the protest started, on day one of the protests, you had a bunch of people say that their, local police is pretty good. I believe in good cops, right? And now, 27 days into the protest, a lot of those same people are fucking screaming anti-cop chants. They're now agreeing with the fact that there's no good cops, right? And it's that to me, that is symbolic of progress. That is symbolic of people coming together, sharing ideas, looking at what's actually happening, and making actual opinion changes, changing their mind in a more progressive fashion over the course of the last couple of weeks. And that's the biggest thing you can ask for in these scenarios. Because again, a protest that happens for, let's say the protest happened for 12 days. And then everyone got scared of the curfew, and then everyone went home, right? There would still be people that are out here yesterday and going to be out here today. There would still be people out there that think that there might be good cops. There would still, and so like there would still be people out there that think, all kinds of things that they would just had never had the opportunity to think about before. And so that's what I think the main thing that you can ask for in protests like this is to get people to really start thinking about things and to get them to be open to changing their minds and to accepting new kinds of information. Because if you get someone going from there's some good cops to there's no good cops, that is indicative of an evolution in their thought process, in their thought processing and how they think about the world. And so that's why I consider the direction of these protests to be a massive win so far. And we're getting more and more people involved, and more people are getting pushed more and more to the left. And I think it's a huge win. And so, yeah, 27 fucking days. That's incredible. And it's going to be 28 days today. And to provide some news, there's going to be like a county commissioner meeting today at like 10 o'clock, which, about 30 minutes ago. But then they made it private. Now, I want to remind everyone, COVID restrictions have been lifted in the state of North Carolina. Whether or not I agree with that, they've been lifted in the state of North Carolina. And so now the local governments were using COVID restrictions as an excuse not to have the public sending them any messages or, participating in public forums. Now it's just, oh, sorry, we can't do it. Like now it's just, oh, it's private. Our bad. Sorry. We just can't let freedom of the press? What? Freedom of the press. Sorry, can't do it. It's just not going to happen. So yeah, that's kind of the situation that we're dealing with, and so I'll get some more information on that very soon. But again, very, very, very satisfied with the direction of these protests, and God bless everyone who's been showing up on a day-to-day basis. And this is a very strong community that is growing in a very good fashion, and I'm excited to see how it goes in the future. And that's it. That's all I have to say about day 27. Look at that shit. Look at there's human beings here standing in the middle of the motherfucking road. Isn't that just amazing? Right? It's amazing. I love this city. It's amazing. Feeling good. Actually, I'm going to talk about that. Mr. Brain Dead, I'm going to talk about that right now because this was just linked to me. Let me get some materials. Oh shit. The tape has been released. Yep, that's correct, folks. The P tape. You ready for this? So, folks, there's been the release and the mass distribution of the P tape. Now you might be thinking, the P tape? What? The P tape? No, folks. We're not talking about Donald Trump. We're actually talking about something pretty fucking serious here. And we're talking about the fact that sheriff's deputies have been pissing all over the property. Now, I should also say the funeral home that is owned by a black city council member in Elizabeth City. This was made public a couple days ago at the rally on Sunday. I guess, yeah, today's Tuesday. Okay, so that was made public a couple days ago, and he has since released the tapes. The tapes have been released, folks. Okay. Okay. I've just received some information that makes me want to turn the stream off. So that's like a thing. So anyway, here's the P tape. Let's check that out. So yeah, these are sheriff's deputies pulling up to Gabriel Adkins' funeral home property and just peeing. And now I believe there are two separate instances of this. I'm not sure if this is just one or if this is two. But either way, this was made public a couple days ago. I apologize for my little, get a little worried for chat message sakes. But I'll finish this story and then I'm probably gonna go. So I'm just throwing that out there. Okay. Where were we? Oh, right. Last month, Elizabeth City, North Carolina City Council member Gabriel Adkins held back tears as he delivered a speech to his colleagues hours after police fatally shot Andrew Brown Jr., saying that he feared he might be next. As a black man sitting here tonight, I'm afraid that I may be the next one, Adkins said, alluding to Brown, a 42-year-old black man whose attorneys have said he was unarmed when police shot him outside of his home. Now, after joining protests demanding the video of the shooting be released, he claims police are targeting him. Twice last week, Adkins said surveillance video at a funeral home he owns showed a police officer in uniform urinating on his property. I'm completely furious that any member of the sheriff department would think these acts are acceptable, Adkins told the Washington Post in an email. This is a funeral home, a place where we house families of loved ones. I have lost all trust and respect for our sheriff's department. And then he released the video. So I want to talk about that real quick. Again, it is a huge, I'm just saying, the idea of a city council member saying that they have lost all trust and respect for local law enforcement, that is a huge, that is a big gain. That is I'm just saying, for the sake of propaganda purposes, that's a pretty fucking good gain. And so I'm just throwing, that out there. I think that that's huge. And now again, I have personal disagreements on, Gabriel Adkins and his, strategy when it comes to the protest, and I have personal agreements on him. But I think that he has been very brave for speaking out about this kind of stuff. I think that the idea that sheriff's deputies would just do this in any capacity, if it's one thing, it's one thing. But if they do it multiple times, it's clearly there's a pattern. And honestly, I mean, they know that there's cameras there. They know that this is, something that they're going to get caught on, and they do it anyway. And that's the thing. It's an expression. It's them expressing their authority and their power to everyone else. They don't give a fuck if it's illegal because they're allowed to violate the law. Law and order doesn't matter for police officers. It only matters for civilians. It only matters for people that the police officers enforce the law on. And so that's what's really important to understand here. And their flagrant dismissal of law and order to just push personal petty grievances against people that disagree with them, especially people, members of city government. These aren't just random civilians. These are people that people know. And again, that's the point, is they just do it because they know they can get away with it. It's a signal of their power, that they're sending their power to people, that they can say, yep, we can do this and you can't do anything about it. I'm not going to get fired. I shot and killed a man a month ago and got away with it. You think I'm going to get, fired for peeing on your property? Bitch, I'm invincible. That's what the cops are trying to say to us. And that's not what they're trying to say. That's what they are saying. And it's up to us to whether or not we decide to accept that information. That's up to us. And so, so that's all I have to say. There's no such thing as a good cop. And if you think there's such a thing as a good cop, I've got the P-tape to show you that there is no such thing as a good cop. That's all I have to say. Fuck the police. All my homies hate the police. And I hope that Gabriel Adkins presses charges on these dumb motherfuckers. And now, again, I know that that's not going to do anything. But still, that's what I hope. That's what I aspire for. That is what I am inspired to aspire for. And again, 27 days straight of protesting. I'm going to be honest, Gabriel Adkins has only attended maybe 10 days of protesting. Right? Maybe only 10. And I'm not saying that to be dismissal of him. I know he's got a busy schedule. But I'm saying, even he's only attended 10 days of protesting and they're harassing the shit out of him. Imagine what they're going to do or wanting to do to people that have attended all 27 days. Right? So I'm just throwing that out there. And again, God bless Gabriel Adkins, and I hope that he gets justice, and I hope that Andrew Brown's family gets justice, and I hope that the sheriff's department is fucking abolished. That's what I fucking hope for. And so, yeah, there you go. The motherfucking P-tape, dude. God damn. All right, folks, I am going to turn the stream off. I have a family situation that is developing, and I don't want to be in a position where I'm doing a live show if that situation develops any further. And so I want to go investigate. That is correct, folks. I'm launching my own investigation. And so I would like to say thank you for everyone for watching. I appreciate it. Amanda, I said I will march with y'all Saturday. Feel free. Reach out to me if you need like directions or anything. Or whatever, if you need to know where we're at a certain point. There you go. AMC gang excited today. What's AMC at? Real quick. $14. Whoa. All right, folks. I will see y'all very soon. Have a good one. And that's it. That's the end. That's all I got. It's over. I hope the music works this time. Holy shit.
Oh, you haven't. You're a lying dog-faced pony soldier. You said you were, but now you got to be honest. I'm going to be honest with you.
In person, in my office, in Philadelphia. That's where they should be done.
Early in the morning, they went to the table with the black robe, the black shield, and they pulled out the votes. Those votes were put there a number of hours before, early in the morning.